Borders have always been an integral part of Callidus right from the beginning, but we've introduced a couple of new features with these, which I think will give you a lot more flexibility in your planning. I'm just going to show you a few methods where this new border feature comes in. In the past, what you've had to do is to take the field and use the field to construct the border out of it. So if you wanted a border to run along here, you would have to add the border all the way around and then take it out. I won't show you how to do that because I'll assume that you're familiar with that technique. But with this new release of Callidus, what you can do is, if I put in a shape here, let's just say I want a pretty regular shape on the inside, and I'm going to say I want none in that. So at the moment, if I quantify that, obviously what we get is the material runs all the same direction through the room. Now in many cases what you want to do is to break this room up into parts and allow the material to run in its own, orientate itself around the room. Now the way we can do that in this new release, and as I say, it's not something you could do on the old program, but select the room, press the border button, and you'll see that you've got this new dialog box, and we'll ignore the border width for now. We're going to create a shape from the insert edges, and what that means is it'll break the room up around this insert. So if I press OK, what it's actually done is to take this existing large shape and replace it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces on there, and they have actually become 6 separate areas, each with their own start point, par direction. So you can go in there and you can set these however you want to run them. So I'm going to run those around there, and now when I plan that, you can see what's happening is that the material is running around the room, and you've got your cutting plan over here. And if I go in here, I can say, well, I actually want to change that bit there. So it gives you a great deal of flexibility in planning this material around the insert. Now one thing to bear in mind is that the original room has gone, so you've no longer got this entire field carpet all the way around here. It's now replaced, as I say, with these half a dozen separate rooms. So that's the one thing you have to be aware of. It's not a problem, it doesn't really create any problems, but it just means that your one room has become 6 separate areas. But this is how I say we get this flexibility of being able to run the material around here. Now what I'll do is I'll just run a couple of other things around here. I'll just undo enough to get back to where we were. Yeah, there we are. So bring up that border one again. What you'll notice down here is you've got 3 different join types. The one I chose was straight projected, and what that means is that each wall of this insert is projected out until it hits the field wall. So that one's going across there, that one's being gone across there, all the way through. The other one you can put in is you can put in that you want a mitre, and then what that does is it will join up to the nearest corner of the field, like so. And the last one you can do, which can be quite helpful, is it will actually try both and select the shortest. And so you'll see in here what you've got is there's a straight join here, a mitre here, a mitre here, a straight, and a straight. So it's a mixture of mitres and straight. Again, it really depends on your layout and how you want to do it. But in most cases, I think you'll be either wanting a mitre or a straight. But if you just say, well, we just want it to be as easy as possible, then again you can pick the use the shortest. Let me just show you that again. So it's this shortest type. So you've got straight projected, mitre, or shortest. Okay. Now you still can create a border directly from a field. So I've got no insert now. I've deleted the insert, and I can put it. I want to create a shape from a field shape, and that's done pretty much what the previous system did, except that these are now separate areas. And so you've got, if I put that as, just chuck it into another carpet here, so that's it. So now all our borders are the same. If I quantify that, again, what you get automatically is a cutting plan for your border, which is something the last program never did. So this is, again, quite a step forward, and quite a few users have asked us, why can't we produce cutting plans for borders? Well, now you can. The last one, I just want to show you this in this overview. Just create a new plan here. You can use this linear measure tool, and if I set up just a simple track like that, say okay, that's fine, I want to put that in a carpet tile, and I now go to the border edit. Now it gives me this option, I want an open track, and what that does is it lays out a set of pieces along that track, all with the right joins in. So those are the three new types of borders, which are the field from a field shape, which gives you something very like the previous system, your insert edges, which allows you to create, draw your border if you like on the inside, and then have the system work it out from that, and this other one which is completely new, which is the open track. So that's just an overview of borders, and we'll be going into it in a bit more detail in the next film.